The bride who ran away on her wedding day. How it all started. The talking drum beat louder. Women danced. The canopy was full of rice, meat, and palm wine. People shouted, "Congratulations." But in the small room behind the house, Zainab could not stop shaking. The lace gown was heavy on her body. She stared at herself in the mirror, tears stinging her eyes. She was only 19. She wanted to be a nurse. She wanted to help sick children. But today, she was being forced to marry Chief Bello, a man in his 50s who could have been her father. The night before, she begged her mother. "Mama, please don't make me do this." Mama Zara's eyes were tired, her wrapper old. "My child, we owe rent. Your brothers need school fees. Chief promised to help us. I am tired of begging neighbors. What else can I do?" Zainab hugged her mother tightly. She understood the pain. But she could not accept this marriage. Now the women rushed into the room. They adjusted her veil, pushed gold bangles on her wrists, sprayed her with perfume. Outside, the master of ceremony shouted, "Bring out the bride." Zainab could hardly breathe. She whispered a prayer, "God, save me." Then a low voice came from the window. "Do you want to run?" She turned. It was Ibrahim, the Kiki rider who sometimes brought water to their compound. His eyes were serious. Her heart beat fast. She looked at the door, then at the window. She made her choice. Zainab climbed on a stool, slipped through the window, tore her gown on a nail, and jumped into Ibrahim's waiting Kiki. "Go," she whispered. The Kiki roared to life. Dust rose. Children shouted. Someone screamed, "The bride! The bride is running away." The drums beat on, but Zainab was gone. Zainab covered her face and shook. "What have I done?" she asked. "You chose freedom," Ibrahim said, eyes on the road. At the motor park, Zainab pulled off her veil and sat in a corner. Ibrahim bought her water and bread. "What will you do now?" he asked gently. "I can't go home," she said. "Chief will come after me. Mama will be scared." Ibrahim sighed. "Be careful. The city is not safe." Just then, a woman in fine clothes came close. Her lipstick was bright. Her voice was sweet. "My dear, why are you crying? My name is Auntie Peace. I help young girls get good jobs in the city, housekeeping, childcare, even shop work. You'll earn money. You'll send some home. You'll be safe." Zainab wiped her face. "Safe? Yes, safe," Auntie Peace said, showing her a folder with photos of smiling girls in uniforms. "See. They all work with me. You are running, but you don't have to suffer. I will help you." Ibrahim frowned. "Don't trust too quickly. Some people lie." But Auntie Peace touched Zainab's shoulder. "Do I look like someone who will harm her? She will eat well, sleep well, and make money. Isn't that better than going back to where you are running away from?" Zainab's chest felt heavy. The thought of rent and her brother's school fees pressed her heart. She nodded slowly. "Okay." Auntie Peace's car smelled of perfume and new leather. Ibrahim followed on his Kiki for a few streets, then lost them in the traffic. He would have called to know her whereabouts, but Zainab had no phone. Zainab looked back once, hoping to see Ibrahim, but she could not find his Kiki. The flat in the city was small but had strong metal doors. Auntie Peace led Zainab inside. 3 other girls sat quietly on thin mattresses. "Rest here," Auntie Peace said. "Tomorrow, you start work." That night, Zainab lay down on a thin mattress, trying to believe she had made the right choice. Then she heard a girl sniff. "Sister, are you okay?" Zainab asked. The girl whispered, "My name is Halima. If you can leave, leave. This place is not what you think." Before Zainab could ask more, the metal door clicked. Auntie Peace walked in with a man. Phones, she said. Each girl handed over a small phone. Zainab froze. She had none, she had never owned one. Auntie Peace looked at her and said coldly, "Good. You will get one later, when you earn it. Until then, no outside calls. Sleep. Tomorrow is busy." Zainab's stomach twisted. Something was wrong. The next morning, they were taken in a van to Madame Ijioma's house, a mansion with high walls and a barking dog. "You will clean, wash, and work hard," Madame said. "No rest, no complaints." Zainab worked till her hands burned. She asked for rest. Madame frowned. "Do you want to go back to your village? Or do you have money to bail yourself out?" she said. "Auntie Peace paid for you. You owe her 6 months. No phone. No outside work." Zainab's heart sank. "Paid for me?" She swallowed hard. This was not a job. This was a cage. Days turned into weeks. Zainab ate leftovers. She slept late, woke early, worked always. When she broke a plate, Madame slapped her. When she coughed, Madame said, "Don't fall sick here. If you fall sick, you will still work." Zainab wrote silent prayers on the inside of her palm with her finger. "God, see me. God, help me." Then one evening, while clearing Madame's handbag, Zainab saw a folded paper sticking out. She pulled it by mistake. On it were strange words: "Balance for Zainab, delivery complete." Her name was there in bold ink. Her heart raced. She put the paper back but tore off a tiny corner with a number written on it. She hid the piece deep inside her headscarf. That night, she could not sleep. Days passed. Zainab waited for a chance. One afternoon, Madame sent her to buy soap from the kiosk outside the gate. The guard followed, but he got distracted chatting with a friend. Zainab's hands shook as she handed money to the kiosk woman. "Please," she whispered, "can I use your phone?" The woman looked at her face and saw the fear in her eyes. "Quickly," she said. Zainab dialed the number from the torn receipt corner. It rang. Auntie Peace answered, "Hello." Zainab froze. She cut the call immediately, her chest pounding. Then her eyes caught another poster stuck on the kiosk wall: Police Women's Help Hotline. She dialed. A calm voice answered, "Hello. This is Inspector Kemi. How may I help you?" "My name is Zainab," she whispered. "I ran from a forced marriage. A woman brought me to work. I am not free." "Where are you?" the voice asked. Zainab read the street from the kiosk banner. The guard was looking now. She ended the call, paid for the soap, and walked back in with steady steps, heart beating hard. 2 mornings later, before sunrise, heavy knocks shook the gate. The guard opened it to Inspector Kemi and 2 officers. "We received a report," Kemi said firmly. "We need to see the girls inside." Madame Ijioma laughed nervously. "Girls? I have no girls." Kemi walked past her. "Then you won't mind if we look?" The girls came out, barefoot, their eyes full of fear. Kemi scanned their faces. "Who called us?" Zainab stepped forward, her voice trembling. "I did. And I have proof." She pulled the torn receipt piece from her scarf. Kemi compared it to the rest found in Madame's bag. It matched perfectly. "Balance for Zainab, delivery complete." The words cut like knives. Auntie Peace arrived in her car, smiling too wide. "Inspector, this is a mistake. These are my nieces." Kemi raised the receipt. "Nieces? Then why is her name written as a delivery?" Auntie Peace's smile cracked. She turned to run, but the officers caught her. Madame Ijioma shouted. "They wanted work. I gave them work. Kemi looked her in the eyes. You bought them like goods. This ends today. The girls cried as they were led out, but for the first time, their tears were tears of freedom. They took statements at the station. Zainab spoke in a small but steady voice. I ran from a forced marriage. I wanted a safe job. They took my phone. They locked the door. They beat us when we were slow. Kemi wrote everything down. You are brave, she said. You saved yourself. You also saved others. Zainab wiped her eyes. Can I go home? Will Chief hurt my mother? Kemi made a call to the community DPO and the women leaders in Zainab's town. Your mother is safe, she said later. And the law is watching Chief Bello. Zainab went home with the NGO and the police. When Mama Zara saw her, she ran and hugged her tightly, weeping. Forgive me, my daughter. I thought I was helping us. Instead, I put you in danger. Zainab held her mother's face. We will be okay, Mama. We will start again. Chief Bello came days later, angry, with 2 men. You shamed me, he spat. Your mother owes me. Inspector Kemi stood there with local officers. Chief Bello, she is an adult. Forced marriage is a crime. Do you want to explain yourself in court? Chief looked around. Phones were recording. He clicked his tongue and left. Life was still hard. Rent was still due. But the road was cleaner now. The NGO got Zainab a place in a short healthcare training program. She learned to check blood pressure, dress wounds, take records. She bought a small second-hand phone. She texted Ibrahim, thank you. He replied with a smile emoji and a simple line, I'm proud of you. One afternoon, Zainab walked past a nearby school and saw a poster, Talk Day, Girls and Safety. The teacher begged her, please, share your story. Zainab stood in front of the class, voice shaking, then growing strong. I ran from a wedding I did not want, she said. I fell into another trap because I was scared and we needed money. If someone promises help, ask for proof. Keep a copy of numbers. Tell someone you trust. If a door locks behind you, that is not a job. The girls were quiet. Then one lifted her hand. What if your mother is the one pushing you? Zainab breathed in. Then get another mother for that moment. A teacher. A pastor's wife. A policewoman. An auntie. Someone who will hear you. She finished her training and got work at a small clinic. She wore a clean uniform. She saved little by little. She and Mama Zara sold puff puff on Saturdays. The house felt lighter. In court, Bonti Peace and Madam Ijeoma faced charges for trafficking and assault. The judge read out the law. The other girls who were set free smiled at Zainab. Kemi squeezed Zainab's shoulder. You did it. That night, Zainab sat under the sky and wrote a list. I ran. I fell. I stood up. I spoke. I will help others stand. She looked at her mother sleeping on the mat and whispered, we are safe. Moral of the story. Running from one problem without wisdom can lead into a worse trap. Always ask questions, keep proof, and tell someone you trust. Love, truth, and courage will always open the right door. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe to us for more African stories that teach, heal, and inspire. Your support helps keep these lessons alive. See you next time.